Welcome back to the Women Think Bigger channel. Today's intuitive reading is going to be about a message that your business or your creative project has for you. And just to do things slightly differently, we're going to look at past, present, and future energy. So we're going to see anything that comes up from your business, from your creative project. What is the message that you need to hear today? So you can choose as usual based on either on the piles. So we have pile 1, 2, and 3, or you can choose also based on the crystals if you feel more drawn to the crystals. So we have zebra jasper for group 1. We have green aventurine for group 2, and then for group 3 we have yellow calcite. So, as usual, take some time to tune in with your intuition, see which group is calling to you, and I see you in your dedicated pile. Welcome, Group 1, if you chose the Zebra Jasper, or Group 1 for your intuitive reading today. So, today's topic is going to be about a message or something that your business or a creative project wants to share with you. And we're going to look at different energies. We're going to look at past, present, and future to see a little bit what you need to know, any guidance that you can have for your the weeks ahead, the months ahead. We're going to see what comes up for you. So, as usual, I always keep this card as a complimentary final message. And because we're going to look at past, present, and future and guidance, I'm going to grab from 3 decks today instead of 2. So we're gonna ask first, what is your, oops, I don't know if you saw the card, but oh, the cards are jumping out. Excuse me, it's just, oh my God. I don't want to see the cards before, but I already have some ideas. So we're gonna see what is the business your creative project wants you to know. Okay, what is the energy of the past? What is the energy of the present? What is the energy of the future? Okay. Then we're gonna grab more cards here from. Oh, we have 2 cards here. We can see. Okay. So past energies. Okay. There's one card again that jumped out. I'm getting this feeling that there are a lot of things that have happened in your business because the cards keep on jumping out. So I think you've been through a lot. A lot of things have changed since you started this business, if this reading is for you. Okay, so past, present, and future. And I'm also going to grab from this deck. So we're going to see past, present, and future. Okay. Hold on, I'm just going to slightly adjust the card so you can see well. Okay. Okay, perfect. We're ready. So let's see. For you, group 1, what does your dear business or creative project wants you to know? We're going to start by looking at the energy in the past. So what we have, okay, quantum jump. Okay, wow, beautiful. We also have diligence. And then we also have the giver. Okay. Right away with this card, I'm getting that there was really a journey, that there was a lot of things that have changed, as I was saying in the beginning, maybe in your business. Excuse me, that you have evolved a lot, and that if this group is going to resonate with you, where you are now is very, very different from where you are when you started. With this quantum jump card, I feel like either your mindset has completely changed, the way you run your business has changed, or even what you do. It could be if you have changed the business as well. If you have, maybe opened one and now started something new. So there is a lot of this energy of um, drastical kind of changes. I'm also getting that in terms of identity, there was a major shift in the past. And I'm getting that you worked a lot on the receiving aspect of the business, being more comfortable, receiving more money, more abundance, things flowing more easy. This has been a big theme in the past. And yeah, again with this bird flying, I feel like it was a journey. A lot of things happened, and I think the message that your business have for you in terms of what happened in the past and how it's currently affecting the energy is that you did such a major work of, aligning yourself with the receiving energy, with the mindset. I'm getting strongly again, like changing limiting beliefs. And it has stretched you maybe even to your core. It wasn't always easy, and it was a long process. So it doesn't mean necessarily that, it's been years that you were in business, although it could be. But it's more like all the things that you had to go through to be where you are today. Uh, there were a lot of things that you had to face, navigate, a lot of fears. Like there was a lot, but somehow I'm not getting an energy of heaviness. I just think that you really took it seriously to align yourself with the kind of, leader, entrepreneur that you wanted. And you've made a really big quantum jump, which is really amazing. So this is going to help you so much in the coming years. And also this energy of receiving, I think it's going to be as well a big theme for you in terms of starting to get more flow. And I'm also getting to manage bigger things in terms of responsibility, visibility. Like not only it's receiving, but it's receiving in like big amounts, and be seen. Like there is something about responsibility and authority that I'm getting as well with this receiving. So let's see what is the message from your business now in the present. We're gonna see if some of this past energy had a ripple effect. You are more, wow, beautiful. Yeah, you see this there is this energy of soaring, of like overcoming obstacles, and I think it's related to this quantum jump. It's like let's say all the obstacles were here, you're just flying, and again we have two birds flying, so it's really reaching new horizons. I think you've expanded as well. Um, not just in what you're doing, but what you think is possible, what you think you're capable as well as an entrepreneur. So this I think the present energy, the message that your business has is that it's a very positive energy of expansion, of like you knowing that you can reach more and starting to attract way more. I'm also getting that there has been also a work of unworthiness, and again with the ego of on working on your authority as well as a as a leader. Let's see what else we have. Fulfillment. Wow, a beautiful card. And then wealth ones. Yeah, so again there's this theme of it wasn't easy. Quantum jump require a lot of work and diligence. And maybe there were a lot of specific ones related to money in your business. So you know, how can you be really sustained financially with your business? how much money you can make, how effortlessly you can receive. So I think money has been a very big theme for you. And it's one of the major things that are now helping you reach fulfillment is changing all this energy and limiting beliefs around maybe um, how much money you can make. Because I don't know, with the ego, I'm getting this energy of an income ceiling that you may have had in the past. And two things. So, one related to maybe an income ceiling, like not thinking that you could make more than X amount. And second, with the receiving, not thinking that it could come in a quite, I wouldn't say effortless, but in a quite, more easeful way. And also there's this aspect of consistency. So maybe there were wounds around um, letting it be more effortless, being more fulfilling as well. Like there's a strong connection between how you feel in the business and the amount of money that you're receiving. And I'm getting that the message from your business right now is that you're in a very good balanced energy of understanding that your own fulfillment is also leading you to more money. So you nourish yourself maybe more personally, but you're also nourishing the business. You're nurturing it, and it's healing a lot of things. And as a consequence, it's gonna heal a lot of your previous money blocks. So clearly, there's something opening up in terms of new income goals that is possible. It's yeah, again, an energy of possibilities, of expansion, and way more emotional fulfillment. Okay, so let's see what we have now in the future. A message from your business. We got two cards. Okay, it's in you with this lion card. So a lot of confidence, power, authority, tame and attain. Yes. Gonna see the rest of the cards. We also have protection and seasons of wealth. Okay, well. Okay, so in the future, the message for your business is like all these limiting beliefs that you had regarding money and wealth. It's something that you're really, you know, mastering in the future. With the tame and attain, it's like not only you're able to navigate them, but it's kind of like they made you stronger with the protection card. It's like there's lightning and maybe, business challenges or things that could be stressful for you, but you're standing tall. It's so I guess one of the most important message from the future is that you're going to be so rooted in your confidence, in your truth, in what you stand for, that the current, residues of limiting beliefs or self-doubt that you may feel are not going to be as present in the future. So you don't have to worry too much, about wanting to, let's say, uh, how can we say that? Eliminate completely those limiting beliefs and not feeling anything, because it's not going to affect you in the future. Like right now, your message is you just have to keep on moving forward. And in the future, it's like the voices of self-doubt, you're barely gonna hear them. So there's no need right now to try to figure everything out. I think you've already done most of the work. So in the future, you're gonna really be, standing in your power and standing tall no matter what's going on in the business. And we also have a beautiful message of seasons of wealth. It's like this is the past energy, this is the future. So you're really moving into a season of wealth, and we had wealth wounds, seasons of wealth. This is a money deck, just to clarify, but not all the cards are specifically, mentioning money. So I think it's interesting that you had twice the word wealth. Again, I think money has been a very, very big theme for you. And I think the encouraging message from your business, it's like in the future, there's really going to be this abundance and way more that you could thought was, even you could think was possible in the past. And yeah, you're gonna stand really in your truth. So you're really moving like I would say you're taking very big steps as well. I'm not getting that you're just working a little bit on your business. I think you've changed a lot of the foundational aspects of it, mindset or excuse me, operating structures. Hold on, I'm gonna grab more coffee because hmm, I do want to deliver the message without having too much trouble with my throat. So anyway, yeah, you have done so much. You're doing big steps, and all the work that you have done in the past is now starting to pay off in terms of you feeling more fulfilled. You just removing those income ceilings blocks that you have. And in the future, it's going to be really a season of wealth where you're going to stand in your power. So keep on doing the work on the limiting beliefs, but don't get too caught up in wanting to really kind of feel, be perfect or work on all the wealth wounds that you had because they're not going to have so much impact on your business in the future. So just keep on focusing on expansion and also on emotional fulfillment so that you can, get even more ready to receive those new levels of income. So I think overall it's a really beautiful, encouraging message of you have done so much. It's starting to pay out, and in the future, it's gonna feel like the energy is really grounded. Money is not gonna be feeling inconsistent or like you cannot trust it. There's something very solid about the future in your business, and something is gonna make you really feel confident and at peace, I would say, because maybe in the past there was this energy of stress a little bit with receiving, with money, with trying to make it consistent. Um, but you're moving towards way more emotional fulfillment. So let's see what we have as a final complimentary message from your business. We have Stromalite and Firm, Strip Back and Simplify. Look at your origins. Okay. I think this is confirming that the fact that you went and kind of looked at the roots, look at the origin of all the wealth wounds, and you kind of, simplified it. And this is why you made your own quantum jump. It's because you went to the root of it. And I'm also getting a kind of energy of the rebirth. And also, the zebra jasper is a stone of duality as well. So I think you've really alchemized, your past, and you're able to make all those wounds a strength. It's not just a nice a nice sentence to say that, these things made you stronger, but I do think that they really did. And I think you also recognize that right now. You feel stronger because you really healed the root, and there is so much more, power and effortless wealth that is coming in. And so the guidance is really to acknowledge, first of all, how far you have come. Trust that you're expanding. Focus really on your emotional fulfillment. And yeah, in the future, things are going to be very, very effortless for you, very powerful. You're going to be also in a position of power and leadership that I think you're wanting. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful message, a strong message of encouragement, and positive things ahead that are coming. So I hope this message resonated. Let me know in the comments if you're resonating with this energy, with a big quantum jump that you've made in the past, and yeah, let me know. Let's say for group one, you can put a little tree if you resonated with this reading for group one. And I wish you a lot of success and you lots of love for your business. And I see you very soon in another intuitive reading. Welcome, group two, if you have chosen the green aventurine for today's reading. So today's topic is all going to be about a message that a business or the creative project has for you. And we're also going to look at past, present, and future energy. So anything that can really help you see what is the overall energy, what's the thing that your business wants to tell you right now. So this card, as usual, is used for complementary messages at the end. We're gonna grab from this deck. So we're gonna ask, oops, I don't know if you saw the card, but something about manifestation. So what was the energy in the past, in the present, and in the future? Okay. So I'm gonna grab from this deck. So past energy, present energy, and future energy. Okay, and lastly, also gonna get cards from this deck to see if there's any guidance as well that your business wants to share. So past energy for group two, present, and future. Okay. So the card that jumped out that I didn't take because I never take them before shuffling, but it was the Master Manifestor, and with the green event ring, I feel there's this energy of lucky break, things manifesting, things moving forward, things finally also materializing. So we're gonna see. What is the message that the business has for you? Let's start with the energy of the past. Okay, beautiful. We have self-worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect. So the first message, I think you've done a lot of work. I'm especially getting the worthiness part. A lot of work to value what you're currently offering in your business. And I'm getting that this has been, not just a team for your business, but it has been a personal team, but somehow it also has had a very positive impact on the business as well. And this is, I feel a sense of, your foundations are strong. I'm also getting this with the green aventurine, like something about the foundations that you've built for yourself are strong. And I think the business is also built, or at least you're in the process of it, it's also built on more balance, more emotional fulfillment, not something that drains you with the hustle culture. Like, I think all the past has led you to a place of really valuing what you do. And, when we value ourselves so much, then ultimately we value our time because we know, that we need rest, we know that we need recharging, and it can translate as being more careful with our time, how we spend it, how we rest. Everything basically is rooted in the worthiness, but it has ripple effect in how we manage a business and what we do with our time. So let's see what else we have for the past energy. Inner peace. Those cards go really well together. So again, a confirmation that you have arrived at a place of inner peace. And I was saying that I'm not getting an energy of heaviness. I feel this is something that maybe has taken a while, but that everything you have done in the past has now built the foundation for a lot of inner peace and self-love that, um for you as a founder, for your business. So there is something very, I kind of want to say healthy, but there's something very balanced about the way you're running your business now, which is really beautiful. Let's see what else we have for the past. Receiving mode. Okay, so those three cards are so perfect together. I don't know if we can fit them all, but yes, you have worked so much on self-worth that you're really entering a receiving mode era that is bringing you a lot of inner peace. There is something really about you living a certain way of doing business that is now bringing you a lot of inner peace. It's allowing you to receive more. It's rooted in a place of worthiness. And also with the koi fish, I'm getting the energy of abundance, like flowing, like your past has really led you to a season of flow. This is what I'm getting. And if this group is gonna resonate, I think obviously you have maybe challenge in business as we all do, but there is this sense of you feeling quite at peace right now with your business. And this is how you're gonna know if this reading is for you. But you've done so much, I want to say also healing and detachment from external results that it's allowing you to receive more and more from your business. And also, one last thing, the business with the self love, it's really dear to your heart and it's based on something very genuine. And this is why I think you also had the determination to run things differently because, you didn't want to lose this connection with the business, with why you started the business. So I think you've really come up with a really good balance between the practical sides of the business, but also keeping the dream alive. Let's see what we have as present energy. Attracting through glow. Wow. So very in line with this energy of flow, like you're currently in an energy of attraction. I think it's a very powerful time for your business. Let's see what else we have. Openness. Wow. Okay, things are really opening up. I think the message that I'm getting so far from your business is like, thanks to all the work that you have done on worthiness and receiving, you're attracting a lot. And it's like a lot of things are opening up for you as well. Prosperous prayer. Yeah, I'm also getting that maybe you do a lot of visualization, but you had a clear picture that of what you wanted, and it's like the things you wanted to set into motion, the things you wanted to manifest in your business, I think they're starting to unfold. With this openness card, I'm really getting a sense of, the door is like open now, and you're gonna start to see things that you have envisioned coming in a quite effortless way with the energy of attraction. And you're going to feel like, when we say like wishes granted, you're going to feel this energy of setting, I don't know, maybe a money goal or um, a goal regarding a client, something like that, regarding an offer, a launch. And you're going to see things like kind of matching what you had envisioned, like in the reality. And it's going to feel like, a prayer answer, but it all comes down to an energy of, again, self-love and valuing everything you do and acting from a place of peace. I think there has also been a very big energetic shift in the way you run your business. And since you're doing it with way more, authority and being grounded, it's evoking this energy of peace. And I think you're moving away from, the sense of urgency or trying to push things very hard, which sometimes can, end up repelling what we want to attract, or just maybe the audience can feel that we're, in this energy of pushing and kind of, it's just too much. And for you, I'm feeling the complete opposite. It's like you're so grounded. Um, things are so, it's so peaceful. Like you're so sure of what you're doing that it's also attracting a lot of new audience into your business. And I'm also getting that in this present, a lot of new is gonna come from you operating things differently in your business. So very light-hearted energy, I think. Really nice. Let's see what else we have for the future. Just trust. Okay, so that's kind of straightforward message. Okay, so trust that things are gonna keep on unfolding. Trust that things are gonna grow. Trust that you don't need to push anymore. I mean, not to say that you don't have to take action, but just trust that this energy is sustainable in the long term. That there's not going to be a moment where you have to mm, leave the receiving mode, or that something is going to happen and you cannot run your business in this effortless flow. Just trust that things can keep on going like that, and that they can be even better, than what you had envisioned. So trust that this energy is the right one, and that this is, you have found kind of like your own rhythm, and this is really going to open up so much for you. Let's see what else we have as future energy action. Yes. So again, I was saying it's not that you're not going to take action, but I feel with this action card, it's more like things are happening, like things are actually manifesting, like clients are coming in, sales are going up. Like it's, it's this card for me right now. It's like things are getting tangible. Things are really going to get concrete. I think just trust that they're going to get even more concrete than they are now. And you're not going to be just in this energy of dreaming and visualizing, but nothing is happening. I think things are really going to start happening as of literally now. So a very nice confirmation as well with this, also aventurine of the lucky break of, things happening. Let's see what else we have. Divine surrender. Okay. So it goes really well with the just trust, like surrender to the fact that you have now aligned yourself really energetically with your goals, that you're running your business in a very balanced way, that it's bringing you peace, that you're allowing things to be more effortlessly, and you're attracting so much right now. Things are opening up. Just trust that you are definitely in the right energy. Things are happening, and just surrender to things unfolding. But overall, it's a very positive message from your business or creative project today, because this balance of, doing, receiving, setting a lot of action and then stepping back, all of that balance requires quite a lot of work. And I'm getting again that your foundation is so solid that maybe this is also something that is giving you peace. It's like you as a person, as a founder, are way more in balance, and so the business is also way more in balance. And you're gonna see so much, movement, so many things happening. It's gonna make you really fulfilled and proud of doing things the way you're doing it. Because I'm also getting that you're really moving away from the hustle culture. You're taking action, but I think this is a message of encouragement that your unique way of doing things, it's paying off. Maybe you work only 2 hours a day. I don't know. Maybe you work for a week and then the next week you're off. Like there's something about you have found a really good rhythm, and it's paying off. Like that's the word. It's like rewards are coming in. Um, it's paying off because you're in a different energy, and it's attracting a lot of things. Okay, so let's see what we have as a final closing message for your reading. We have regeneration, acceleration, change, wisdom. I really feel that things are speeding up because you, as I was saying before, you have changed so much the way you do things that it's kind of, mm, triggering this energy of regeneration, of rebirth. So not only you feel really energized and motivated, and you have a lot of ideas, like there's something about you have kind of regenerated your energy. There was some kind of rebirth in the way you were doing things, and this is really speeding up things, acceleration and change. Like this is why we have attracting through glow and things feeling effortlessly. It's because you kind of like heal the roots, created a new foundation that is much more solid, much more in line, that allows you to recharge. And this is a complete new era for your business. Like this card is quite powerful, and also with here the action, it's like I'm getting a before and after thing kind of energy. So it's kind of very powerful. And so really the message from your business is just trust that you have found the right rhythm, and that now the soil is very fertile for a completely different era where there's going to be you know so much more coming in without you needing to do more. So this card is really beautiful to close this message, and it goes really well with the action. So really just trust that everything is kind of set up for success, and that things are they're going to start to speed up. There things are going to start to change. You're going to see like things coming in your business. So just surrender to what's coming. Keep on doing what you're doing, keep on taking action, but also most importantly, keep on running your business in a way that you prioritize your well-being, your energy, and your inner peace, because it's working out. It's, as I was saying before, it's paying off. So very beautiful energy. I hope this resonated. I'm curious to know if you want to share, like in the comments, what are the changes that you've made in your business, or what are the things that led you to um, feel more worthy and do these foundational changes. Like if you want to share it in the comments. And yeah, I wish you a lot of success for your business, even though I'm not worried for you, group 3, or for any of the other groups. But it's just like there is something powerful, kind of a tower moment in a very positive way that is going to happen. So I wish you to enjoy this new era, this new chapter of success in your business. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope to see you very soon in another intuitive reading. Welcome, group 3, if you have chosen the yellow calcite for today's reading. The topic is going to be a message that you need to hear from your business or from your creative project. And to do things kind of slightly different, we're going to look at past, present, and future energy and see what is it that you need to know, any guidance, anything that can help you in your business. So, as usual, we're going to keep this card as a final complimentary message. We're going to be grabbing from different decks today to see what is the message from your business. What do you want to tell you about the past? It could be also a creative project or anything that you have started. So it's going to be the past energy. Let's look at present energy and future energy. Okay. Then we're going to grab this deck. I always like to shuffle live because I think it captures really the energy of the moment, and I like to see the cards live and not prepare them. So let's see what we have for the past, present. I'm getting a very motivating and uplifting energy from this yellow calcite. Future. So let's see what we have. And then we're also going to grab from this deck, which is more a money deck, but it's going to serve as a guidance for today's message. So let's see. Past, present, future. Okay, we're now ready. Let's see what is the message that you need to know from your business. Okay, so past energy, we have surrender to receive. Okay. We also have change. Okay. And then the road. Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is that in the past, you had to surrender to a big change in your business, whether it was changing a business or changing something really foundational about the business. You had to surrender to trying things differently, or just adjusting. It's kind of the energy of adjusting something. You had to surrender to that, and it wasn't necessarily maybe an easy process because it was asking you to trust your inner gut, your inner guidance without much clarity. With this little otter here with a flag, it's like, I don't think you were lost, but it was more like you needed to make a big change without having all the answers of the how, the when, if things were gonna work out, and it was creating some kind of anxiety. And the rogue card here is all about transmuting things that are difficult. So alchemizing, the fears or the wounds. So I'm getting that, yeah, there was this massive change that you had to make in the past. You had to surrender to the change. That's the thing. That's the energy of the past. And it wasn't easy with this rogue card. I think it challenged you a lot. It challenged your trust. It challenged your inner sense of maybe worthiness, or knowing, what you had to offer in your business. I'm getting a sense of it challenged not only, your sense of trust, but also your sense of authority of knowing what you do. Things were kind of shaky, but it's leading to, like, this is the change that it's leading to a lot of positive things in the business. And I think if you're going to resonate with this pile, it was a kind of forced change in the sense that you knew deep down that you needed to make this adjustment. This is not something that just happened, and like the lack of maybe external results in the business triggered a change, but it was also something that you felt that was necessarily. It's just that it was hard to proceed with this change without having all the answers. This is what I'm getting. So you had to really surrender, adjust, trust your inner gut more than ever, and alchemize any fear that were coming from doing these adjustments in your business. This is what I'm getting. This is what you have to know in the past. But you see in this card, the change is like, it's somehow big, but it's leading you to something really better than you could have imagined. Like, this is not a change that, is requiring additional challenges and efforts in the future. It's like, I'm also getting out of the storm a little bit through things that are way more effortless. So it's going to allow you to be in a season of way more flow, reciprocity, joy as well. With the yellow calcite, it's like you you've taken yourself out of a maybe challenging way of doing business, or the offers you were putting out. Like, there was something that was not easy, and at some point you had to surrender to this change and to receive the new ideas, to alchemize the fears that you had of making this change. But overall, again, it's leading you to something very positive. So let's see what we have for the present. Metamorphosis. So talking about change, this card is so perfect. Like, this change is represented here. There's a sense of rebirth, of um also getting the energy of being seen in your fullness, in your light, being more fully expressed. Really, the yellow calcite is all about opening up this and radiating an energy of positive joy. So radiating confidence as well. Like, the change wasn't easy, but it feels so good to have made that decision. So whatever decision you made, first of all, it was the right one. And second, it's feeling good. It's not a decision that now on the other side you're having second thoughts and second, opinions about it. And because we have a lot of blue here, and blue, I'm getting that there was a vision with third eye, throat chakra, crown chakra. There was a vision that you had, and you knew you had to make some changes to get to this new identity, or do things differently in your business. So overall, it's this metamorphosis now in the present is going to start to open up a lot of flow in your business. I'm getting really like the word joy. Like it's going to start nourishing you again. Like, maybe you were putting out a lot, but in terms of energy or even finances, it's like you were not getting this energy back for yourself. You always had to give, and maybe at some point you felt depleted. So now it's like the energy is coming back. Now you're gonna start receiving like so much more in kind of as well an effortless way. So you've really completely shifted um, something in the business or even a new business. To be honest, for a lot of you, I'm getting this is that you had to really switch business. That, but it could be that you have adjusted something. But I think for most of you that have picked this file, it's more about a new business or a completely different offer than the one you were selling before. Let's see what else we have for the present. Forgiveness. Mhm. I'm also getting that you've come to a place in this present of kind of letting go of the difficulties of the past. And it's maybe you had to forgive yourself a little bit for all the decisions you've made, but I think you're really at peace. It's like you're just letting go of the, what if I had done this? Why it didn't work? Like you're understanding that this change was necessary for your growth, for your evolution. So you're more at peace, I would say, with what happened in the past. And there's this sense of um, detachment as well, and just release. I guess that's the right word. Like there's a sense of release of what happened, and a focus on the present moment, which is really nourishing you again. Like it's a very positive new era, new beginning, and you really feel it. You feel more energized, you feel more uplifted, you feel more hopeful. And I'm also getting the word clarity. I think there was a lot of fog maybe in the past. Here we have some clouds. So it was like maybe tough things to navigate in business, maybe with pressure as well, financial pressure or just pressure. And now it's like moving into a sense of release, of peace, of like flourishing in this new identity. So the message from the business, in the present is really that things are different because you are different, and things are going to start to feel way more easy than before, definitely. Let's see what else we have. The monarch. Okay, beautiful. It's like getting back into the sovereignty, and like owning your power. It's really, again, I feel like the energy is coming back to you, and you feeling more grounded, more powerful. This image of this woman is like, she knows her worth, she's confident, she's calm, she's clear. So I'm really getting that this is like your metamorphosis. This is where you are now. And this is why the business is also moving forward. It's because you're running it and operating from a very different place right now. And it's like, I'm getting kind of the energy of, I know my worth. And it's like, people that want to be on board, they will be on board. And the ones that are not going to be on board, I don't need to chase them. Like, I feel a very laser focused energy as well on your goals, and not just on the outside noise, on convincing people to buy from you. I think you're very, you're kind of like standing your ground. So let's see what we have in the future. Unknown gift. Okay, wow. I'm getting that all this metamorphosis is leading you to express yourself, to you expressing yourself way more. There is really something strong about the voice as well, whether it's speaking, writing, but it's like unleashing something that is going to be very magnetic. And I think all this metamorphosis is leading you to realize how gifted you are in some aspects and how much your voice, has an impact as well. So it's like really an energy of freedom overall. It's like you're moving to the change. There's a metamorphosis going on right now where you're embodying this new identity. And then it's kind of translated in the future in the business where you're fully expressed and, it's easy to be yourself, I want to say. And it's starting to get easier in the business as well, like things opening up. I'm really getting the word freedom very strongly. Let's see what else we have. Focus. Yeah. I was saying before you were laser focused. So now you're really focusing in the future in your gifts and you're trusting that. So the message from your business is really to encourage you to continue to express yourself, to being authentic, to trust that the transformation is leading you somewhere. And also to validate the choices that you have made in the past, like they were the right ones. It was the right choice. That's the word I'm getting. Let's see what else we have in the future. Sacred stillness. Yes, it's like in the future there's gonna be even more peace. But if you see here, all the water makes me think really of the flow of abundance. It's like you're transforming into someone that it can be really fully expressed. Again, there's something really strong about the voice that you need to keep on using and really focusing. I'm getting this card is really like focusing on the voice, on what you want to say, how you want to say it, like unleashing a lot of things. And really, this should be your only focus, because then comes the sacred stillness where you have built the foundation and then the money starts to flow, the clients start to flow, and you feel like really, rested. You're not in an energy of challenge anymore. You're in an energy of just um enjoying like what is happening in the business. So it's very, bright future ahead that is coming from a transformation that you have made internally. And the voice is going to be very important to reach financial abundance and financial independence. So I would encourage you maybe to reflect on that or journal on that. But I feel like your voice is your power, but also it's like the key to your abundance. And it should be the only focus um, from now on, because it's gonna get you kind of to your own paradise, I want to say, like where the business, the creative ideas are flowing, the clients, the audience, and you'll also feel very in your power and very at peace. So let's see what we have as a final message from your business. Clearing the way, luck, opportunities. Not all the wonders are lost. And I don't know why I'm with lost. I'm getting that this is an echo to the fact that at some point you were lost in the past when you had to make this decision of changing course or adjusting something really big. It's like not everything is lost, because now, it's like the word clearing the way. So this is a beautiful card to kind of summarize energy. Maybe if you were a little lost in the past, it was clearing the way for more luck and opportunities. And we have, I don't know if it's, green aventurine. So a lot of luck. Maybe you also felt drawn to group 2 with the green aventurine. I don't know. But there is something about you've cleared the way to your success. And now it's all going to be about focusing on your gifts, on the voice very specifically, and on basking in this new energy of joy, of things being easy, things feeling lucky. Like I'm really getting an uplifting, energy from the business right now. So you should know that, first of all, you made the right decision. You're becoming really someone that you dreamt of being at some point, very, in your power, in your authority, comfortable being seen, taking up space. And now the future is going to be just about owning those gifts even more, focusing on them, and then the rest will follow. You've moved away from the hardships, from a lot of challenges, I guess, and now it's more about enjoying the results of this transformation and continuing to work on your gifts and sharing them with the world. So this is what this is the message that your business had for you today. It's clearly saying, you're so much more on track than you can even imagine. Like, you've made all the right decisions again, and um, it's kind of and unleash me. Like, it's kind of like, just set me free. I feel that's the message of your business through the gifts and the voice. It's like, okay, now we're in a good place. Just let's just be free and sharing our gifts and focusing on that and opening up things. Let's unleash all this creative potential from a very grounded and positive place, because now the way is cleared. So yeah, I love this message. Um I'm really curious to know, for those of you who have picked this spell, if you want to share a bit more about what you had to change in your business, or what happened. If this is resonating, I think it's always interesting to see what we go through as entrepreneurs. Um, and also, if you want to share about, your new identity, how you're feeling right now, or if you feel, called to use your voice, in which way. So yeah, let me know in the comments how this is resonating. I wish you lots of success in your business, and you lots of love, and I see you very soon in another intuitive reading.